Welcome, everyone. This will be lesson 4, finding names for the temple. And this will be a two-part presentation. This week, first part, and then next week we'll finish up. I'm going to go to a PowerPoint here. What we're going to cover is how to reserve names using ordinance ready and descendancy research. And then we will review the church policy on reserving names, and then how we can share names with the temple and with our family. So to begin with, I would like to say this, that this is a spiritual work. And I always, and would recommend to you as well, to pray and seek inspiration in doing this work and be guided as to where to research. There are people who are waiting for this work to be done on the other side of the veil. And the Lord will help us, and the Holy Ghost can reveal to us what we need to, where we need to look, who we need to search for. I can't tell you the number of times that I have been working, either helping someone with their family history or working on my own, when in my mind come thoughts of where to search, what database to look in, and even what names to search for. It's a work that very much is guided by the Spirit. I would say that as you look in FamilySearch for the information for your family, don't assume that it's correct. As we talked last week about how we need to make sure it is accurate. The church doesn't verify the information in FamilySearch, and FamilySearch does not verify it either. So that's up to us to do. And it's wonderful, the wonderful indexers who work so hard in getting these records so that we can prove the names, dates, and places. Now, the two ways to find temple names that we're going to talk about today, Ordinances Ready. And Ordinances Ready can be used either on the website or on a mobile app. So it's a very easy thing to use, and we will review that. And then I'm going to show you about descendancy research. First of all, let's become familiar with the various icons that are part of looking for what status the ordinances are. If an ordinance has been shared with the temple and it's your ancestor, you may reserve those ordinances and have 90 days to complete them. You'll see this little green temple icon with this, I guess a stopwatch or whatever that is above it. But that means that you can reserve those ordinances. Somebody has shared them with the temple. This one means that the ordinance is available to request. You can look for more information about the person, and when you reserve it, you will have 2 years to complete that ordinance. The one that is dark blue means that the ordinance has been reserved. It isn't something that you can reserve. Someone else has either printed it or not printed it and just claimed it. But it also could be someone who's waiting for other ordinances to be performed. Sometimes you might see that someone has reserved part of the ordinances, but not all of them, but you cannot reserve it until the other ordinances are done because they're to be in order. And then if you see this orange one, it means that the ordinances are not available because there needs to be more information found out. Maybe it's as simple as standardizing the dates and places as we spoke of in our last lesson, or else there is just not enough information or not ready. A person, in order to have their temple ordinance work done, need to have been born 110 years ago. So since today, this year, 2020, we can only reserve ordinances for people that were born prior to 1910 or in 1910, previous to today's date. And then if you see a gray ordinance, it means that it has been completed. So you would go on to another one.